Hey everyone, Jenny here. How are you? How are you? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes, it's Wednesday. Welcome. This is my Jam with Jenny, which I do regularly on Wednesdays. I want to make sure everything is coming through to you smoothly. My video seems to be like a little funnily chopping, so I'm going to wait until people get here and you can say hi in the comments and let me know that all is well. Hey Megan, great to see you here. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me okay. I want to ensure that our tech is being cooperative because the video looks funny, honestly, on my end. So what do you see on your end? Tell me, is it coming through okay? Tell me. Tech is always interesting, kids. It's always interesting. It's always interesting. So those who are here, just say hi in the comments. Let me know if the video looks smooth and clean. And then we will continue. Is joining Mastermind the right move for you? That's what we're talking about today. So welcome everybody. When you get here, say hi in the chat. Tell me your name and tell me what you are passionate about. What is your business all about? I am hopping over here to my Facebook page so I can share this out and making sure that everything is smooth. Anytime you do something, like sometimes the tech is funny and you've got to figure it out. So, okay, it's looking good over here. I hope it's looking good for you because I got some good stuff I want to share with you. I'm going to share this to my page. Just a little tip too, when you live stream, you can share your stuff on other platforms. Like if you have a Facebook group or if you want to share it out on your personal page, like you can do that and you just get more traction from what you're putting out there. So little tip for you as you are creating content, as you are connecting with your audience, you want to ensure that you are making the most of it, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to share this to my timeline and then we're going to come on in. I want to show you, I basically like the way I roll is to demonstrate certain moves and then you get inspired for the moves that you want to make. You see what I'm saying? All right. I'm putting that out there now. So again, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about is joining a mastermind the right move for you. It seems like the audio is coming across okay. And so I'm just going to proceed because if you heard me at the beginning, it just seemed a little like funny, which it doesn't always seem funny. Sometimes it seems like super smooth, but that's the thing, y'all. When you're doing stuff, you're going to have to roll with the punches and you're going to have to trust that you will figure it out as you go. And it's never going to be perfect and you don't have to be perfect either. Be human and aim to serve. Before I even want to go into this topic around joining a mastermind, and great to see everybody here. Say hi in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. Tell me your name. Tell me what you're passionate about. And it helps me kind of understand the circle a little bit better. I want to just express my feelings about everything that had gone on this weekend in Las Vegas. I'm very sad. I'm very angry. I'm frustrated. And I am more committed than ever to helping people, to doing this work, to making change in this world. I've heard from many a feeling of overwhelm, a feeling of helplessness, a feeling of what's the point? And those are all normal feelings. And I will say to you, don't give up. Don't let go of your dream. Don't stop. I'll just start singing some Fleetwood Mac. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow and make moves today. If you want a brighter tomorrow, if you want to help more people, if you want to truly make an impact with your work, you use these incidents that are heartbreaking as fuel for your quest. I don't choose to be ruled by fear myself. I choose to be ruled by faith and bravery and determination, and bringing a sacred circle of women together. And it's great to see so many names here showing up, representing here. I love this opportunity to connect with you. And I will say that, there's going to be a lot of hard things that continue happening in the world. And we can use this to double down on our mission and help those people who literally are looking for you right now. Like, that is the imperative. And great to see everybody here. Megan, Sabrielle, Julie, Lorena, my sister-in-law, Jess. Yes. So use this as fuel. And what's interesting, some of you might know that I homeschool two of my children. My youngest daughter, she goes to preschool a few days a week. And my boys, we homeschool. Long story. You can check back in on that and what the story was. But it's the right move for us. And my business allows me to do this, number one. And number two, today, it was so awesome. I was teaching my first grader, my 6-year-old son. His letters, we're going through the alphabet right now. We're in a Waldorf curriculum, and the alphabet is learned in first grade, okay? And it's beautiful. I love it. First, I love words. I love to write. I love to speak. And I love letters, right? I mean, we can't speak or write if we don't understand letters. And so I'm going back to learning letters, which is really fascinating. And as part of the curriculum, when you teach the letters, there's a story that accompanies the learning of the letter. And of course, because this is the beauty of life, the story that accompanied the letters that he learned, today he learned M, D, and E, and they don't go in sequential order in the alphabet. It's just cool how they get there. It's a very, very beautiful learning approach and teaching approach. And it was just about, not that fear so often lives in our own minds. Now, I'm not saying there's not crazy ass things that are going on in the world, because there are. And we don't have to be afraid of every single person out there and every single place we can go, that we can realize that the world essentially is a beautiful place. It is a benevolent place. And when we can trust our neighbors, when we can trust coming into a circle like this. I mean, you all are connecting in with women from all over the world here, and that you can trust one another, and that there will be some diversity of thought. That's what makes the world so beautiful. But can we express that diversity of thought in a powerful way? And that leads me perfectly to talk to you today about what is a mastermind. Y'all, I've been a coach since 2008. We're now at the tail end of 2017. So it's been a while. And it was in late 2009 that so it was like, a year plus into my coaching journey, that I was at this crossroads in my business. It was either figure out a totally new way of doing this thing or throw in the towel. I mean, it was down to that. I was living in New York City. My first child was born earlier that year, and the money was not working. The math was not adding up, okay, in terms of what I needed to be pulling in income-wise to support our life and our family, and what I was pulling in. The model that I was taught in the coaching school that I attended, I wasn't going to get there. I wasn't going to get there using that model. And, side note, a few years back, I ended up creating my own coaching school. I have many of my students and graduates here, and I'm really proud of my coaching school. But what I did, this was way before I started my own coaching school. Late 2009, I went to a conference. I met a coach that I really connected with. I trusted her. I saw what she had created, and I chose to join her mastermind. It was an extraordinary decision. It was so scary. It was a 5-figure investment. I will tell you that my business was not making that much money. And I had this voice inside of me that said, Jenny, do it. Do it. At that event, I was called onto the stage. There was hundreds of people there, and I just knew, I was like, I'm going to get called onto the stage for this live business makeover. And I was like, literally, there was close to 1,000 people there, I want to say. And I was one of 3 called onto the stage. And it was so exciting. And I felt like, oh my gosh, for the first time since I've started my business, I feel like these people get what I'm doing. I'm not figuring this out by myself. I'm not alone. And it feels so good to be supported. And it was during that event that an opportunity was made, an invitation was made to apply to join this woman's mastermind. I had never heard of a mastermind before. It wasn't like I had studied and researched all these different options on the market. I just knew that what they were talking about, I felt it inside my body. And I listened to that inner voice that said, Jenny, do it. Yes, the money freaked me out. And I applied, flew home to my family. It's interesting as I share that story, that event was in Las Vegas. That event was in Las Vegas, which makes, in light of everything that has just gone on, wow, I didn't realize, I knew I was going to be talking about this topic today. Obviously, I didn't know what was going to happen in Las Vegas over the weekend. It makes it even more emotional for me. So the event was in Las Vegas, and I flew home to New York City, back to my husband and my young son, who wasn't even 1 year old yet. I pumped my boobs the whole time I was away at that event, by the way, because I was nursing, a nursing mother's got to do what a nursing mother's got to do. And so I had joined that. I applied to join the mastermind, and I went home and I immediately flipped out. I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? I never even looked into this before. Did I make a mistake? Am I not good enough to be in that room? Am I not smart enough? Am I not further along enough? Am I not enough? Am I not enough? I mean, that's really what it boiled down to. And I eventually got through that freak out. I stayed in the program, and I had an extraordinarily transformational time in that mastermind. So much so that very soon after that, after going through that immersive experience, it was all of 2010, I was in there, that at some point in 2011, late 2011, I created my very own mastermind and have been leading masterminds ever since. So since 2011, I've been leading masterminds. And in fact, I'm now enrolling for my next mastermind group. And I wanted to talk to you today about what a mastermind is, because some of you might have heard the term and you have no freaking clue what it is. And there's no shame in that, because I didn't know what it was. But once I felt the energy of this coach, I was around these high vibrational people who were ambitious like I was, they were driven like I was. They tended to feel like spirit-led, heart-led. They were very open and generous and friendly, and they really moved forward in their work through faith. And that was just like extraordinary. I hadn't seen that before. I hadn't been around that before. So I am so grateful to have had that experience, and I'm so grateful to now lead masterminds, my business. And so essentially what they are, and I definitely want to answer any questions that you have today. I'm going to kind of go through what to look for in masterminds as you're considering, is this a right move for you in your business? What's the right type of mastermind for you? Because there's a lot of different ones out there in the market, led by various, usually coaches lead these masterminds. It's a great offering, as you become more skilled as a coach, as you have more experience under your belt. And if you genuinely are interested in leading a group, because a mastermind is a group, through a transformational high level, I like to call it like a high level, high end experience. Masterminds are an amazing thing to have in your product offering, if you will, as a coach. And I do firmly believe that you cannot lead a mastermind until you have experienced one yourself, as a student, as a client, as a receiver of the mastermind. So essentially the purpose, the intention of a mastermind is to come together with like-minded, in our case, leaders with the intention of growth. Okay. And so you are coming together in this, what I call a sacred container. There's a certain amount of time that you're going to be together in this group, in this circle. And, for a lot of masterminds, there's like a theme to the mastermind. There's a type of person the mastermind is designed for. In my case, my mastermind is called GLOW, which stands for Gutsy Leaders of Wisdom. So my mastermind is for gutsy leaders of wisdom, no surprise there. And when I say that, these are women who have businesses or they have sacred work that they are building out in addition to the work that they're doing in some kind of leadership position in a corporation. The vast majority of my clients are entrepreneurs. Many are still successfully employed in their corporate job. They have management positions, but they are building out something that is theirs. That is theirs in addition to the work that they might be doing in a successful corporate position. I've had a lot of people who have been, coaches, consultants. One of my clients, she's gone through lots of different iterations, and she has now a successful a travel business. They have a tour company. They take clients on amazing safaris and trips to Africa. And so she's one of my clients who I've worked with, off and on through the years. But the majority are coaches. The majority have bodies of work that they're building. They have a message they want to spread. They have, something that they want to put out there. They are doing, speaking engagements. Perhaps they're writing books. They have a podcast they want to have come out. They're putting together programs. They are taking to social media. They're doing Facebook Live. They are creating retreats, events, and they're basically transformational leaders. You see, they are helping their people through a transformative experience. And so that's the crew who comes together for my mastermind. And every mastermind is different, And so you want to look around, like, who does this mastermind attract? In my case, through the years, we've had the vast majority have been women in my mastermind. I will tell you that this next group that we have will be a circle of women. I'm very committed to bringing women together, because I think now we need to really rise up with our voices and have, access our own truth. You also want to see, when you're kind of looking around at masterminds, you want to understand, what is the time frame? What are the elements that the mastermind includes? Is there an application process with the mastermind? That has been important to me. As I have put together my masterminds through the years, I like to really suss out energy, an energetic fit. I think it's really important. I'm also looking for commitment. Like, does this person do it she says she's going to do? Does she show up? How does she respond when things get a little cray? Because they're going to get cray, right? You're going to get thrown off. I mean, I will tell you, in the course of 6 months, which is the length of time of my mastermind, I can't predict what's going to happen to you or in the world, okay? I wouldn't want to predict some of the things that are happening right now, because honestly, they break my heart, right? And the power in being in a group like this is that you get through it together. We use our voices to affect change, okay? This will be the second time I'm doing it. I have a theme to my mastermind. And so, you might want to look for that. Like, are you somebody who gets, an immense amount of focus and satisfaction from having a theme to put your energy around? In this last round of my mastermind that has since completed, the theme was worth, truth, and letting go. And OMG, I will tell you what happened for everybody and myself. That theme was like everything: worth, truth, and letting go. And as we've moved through that, I was able to birth the theme for this round of my mastermind, which, by the way, it starts in November. It starts November 1st. So I am now enrolling. I am accepting applications. I'm really identifying talent who I feel would be a fantastic fit in our sacred circle. All right. The theme for this new round of my mastermind is called Go High. High vibe, high touch, and high end. And so we'll rally around that theme. And, as somebody who designed this mastermind, every single time, like, a lot of the structure stays the same, but the way it's delivered evolves, and the energy evolves because I evolve and my market evolves. And I will tell you, just to give you a sense of where my work is going and what I'm really passionate about right now, why this theme, I didn't even pick it. It just downloaded into me. It just became clear that this was what I meant to teach on right now, what I meant to rally a crew around right now. Here's why. I've been a coach for almost 10 years, officially. I feel like I've been coaching most of my life, but officially, as a profession for almost 10 years. And I've been leveraging the internet to serve my tribe since 2009. I am not new in this space. If you are new, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm not new. I am seasoned. I have seen and tried a lot. And I have news for you. Whether you've been here for a while or you're kind of newer to this game, the online space is changing drastically. I have seen too many casualties of business where coaches are giving up because they don't have a sustainable business model. They are trying to appeal to the masses through a very, very cheap approach, and they don't realize the complexity of trying to grow a business by selling $97 courses alone. I understand your thought process there. If you've ever been there, you're like, oh, it's so inexpensive. Like, you know, all 50 people on my list will buy that, and that's pretty good. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately, okay? So this go high approach is something I've tested out in my own business. I'm really, really in love with it. Again, my model has evolved so much through the years, and the quality of client I'm attracting now is top notch. They're committed, they do the work, they show up, and they make that investment in themselves through something that I am offering them. It's spectacular. I want this for you too. Burnout is an absolute bitch, and so is not earning enough in your business to give your family or you the life that you deserve. You can't, you know, forever just keep reinvesting in your business and never paying yourself and never just not getting out of that cycle. I have been there before. It's not someplace you want to hang out in. It's just not. And so what I decided to do with my mastermind for this next cycle is to really focus on that, is to teach you about, you know, these different ways to create premium offers. And so that's a big theme of my mastermind. And you want to ask yourself, if you're going to, you know, invest in a mastermind, is there kind of a theme? What is the intention? The coach who's leading it, like, what is she or he really all about? What do they believe in? Because their beliefs absolutely are impacting the design of the mastermind. The energy, the people they attract in is impacting your experience in the mastermind. So I want you all to really, you know, just take that in, because it's definitely important. You also want to look at how it's designed, you know, if it's all virtual, are there any in-person elements? I will say in my mastermind Glow, our core offering is all virtual, because we find, you know, we attract clients from all over the world. In fact, I have my first ever application. I believe the woman lives in Nigeria, which I was like, this is rad. I have applications, you know, we've had them from all over the world, but there's always a time when I'm like, oh my gosh, I've not yet had a client from that particular country. And it's so cool. So we have essentially a virtual mastermind with lots of, you know, high touch engagement. We have online retreats that we lead at the beginning and the end of our mastermind. And then for those who want a more premium experience, they can then choose to upgrade and join me for a retreat. We are doing, for this next round, we're doing a 5-night retreat in Costa Rica in January. And that is, you know, an upgrade from our core offering, but it is on the table for those who desire that, that type of retreat, which I will tell you, those in my next group who come in, you're just gonna love it. And then those who choose to come to Costa Rica, it will change your life forever. Like, and I don't say that as a marketer, because I know there's a lot of, you know, marketing speak that goes around, and sometimes you don't know what to believe, because you're like, is that just hypey? But after having attended so many events in my life and having led so many events, and certainly retreats, which are my sweet spot, this retreat that I lead for my mastermind in these exotic locations, like this will be the second time I'm leading retreat at this spot in Costa Rica. I just led a retreat in New Mexico in July. It is an extraordinary feeling to be in this it's spiritual land, sacred land, high vibration, wonderful food, the views, the smells, the sights, the scenes, the people, the saltwater pool, the beautiful rooms. Like, it's just, you do so much good for yourself when you get out of your everyday surroundings and you see something new, and you're with these amazing people who want to make an impact in the world. Like, it's just so spectacular. So I'll let you know that that is something that we offer in my mastermind. And so you want to kind of get a sense, is that something that you're looking for? You also want to get a sense of how you're going to be held accountable. You know, are you just kind of coming in and there's a bunch of people in there and the leader doesn't, you know, can't quite keep tabs on you? Or is there like a system for holding you accountable? Like, are you going to be creating a plan? Are you just learning stuff? Like, how is that all designed? And after having led, again, Mastermind since 2011, the way that that I've designed Glow is that as we begin Glow, we do some work to get ready for you all to create your strategic plan. And your strategic plan is rooted in spirit and strategy and ambition, you know, what you're hungry for. And you'll take in this whole idea of, you know, these beautiful programs that you want to deliver that are premium in nature. That doesn't mean you're not offering like free things. And, you know, like for me, I have a podcast, I have some great freebies. So we'll be talking about that, putting out great high value content, but we'll be looking at what are you creating? The purpose of my mastermind, and again, every mastermind is different, but the purpose of my mastermind Glow is to give you a space to make things. You are here to be an experimenter. You are here to create value, to create magic, to create transformative experiences for your clients, for your tribe. And so my mastermind Glow is designed to help you create things in this beautiful, safe space of unconditional love and support, you see? And so what we do in Glow is you'll create your strategic plan at the beginning. I put my eyes on everybody's plan. Everybody gets feedback from me. Everybody does. And then you are then executing. And we also hook our people up with accountability partners. And so you're going to be paired up with somebody who you all can hold each other accountable. How are you doing? What roadblocks are you hitting? And these people, like the women who've gone through my masterminds before, they've met some of their best friends in here, like best friends. And, you know, even after the mastermind ends, they still collaborate. They still stay in touch. And, you know, that makes me so happy because it's not always easy to meet people who are wired like you. Yeah, you might have your friends from growing up or from college or your neighbors, but not everybody cares to do this thing. You see what I'm saying? I mean, tell me yes if you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever felt weird? Have you ever felt like this kind of outsider because you're all about building something and rallying your crew around it and helping them, and you have others in your life who just don't seem to care about that? And there's nothing wrong with them, but there's times when you felt like there was something wrong with you. You're like, why do I care so much? But you just do. That's who you are. That's your calling. That's your mission. That's what you're here to do. And so if you feel like you know that you absolutely are here to make an impact in the world and that you are creating a huge amount of value through your work, through your business, and you're confident that by you making investments in your business and in this work and learning and being around confident, ambitious, high vibrational leaders, you are going to be able to grow your business, grow your body of work in the world, then absolutely investing in a mastermind can be a super, super smart move for you. When you make the investment, you should be freaked out. Like, it should scare you. It should get you to be like, oh my gosh, you know, there's probably going to be a moment where you say, am I good enough? That's what it's going to boil down to. You will have these other things that will come up, and it's usually around like the money or the time, but deep down it'll boil to, am I good enough? Is my idea good enough? And honestly, the only way you're going to know is to get out there and test it. It's to get out there and try. And my job as a leader of a mastermind is to stretch you, not stress you, stretch you. All right. Who you will become when you go through a mastermind, the right type of mastermind for you. Okay. I can't speak to everybody's mastermind. I don't know what all of theirs are. I can speak to you about mine. And I've definitely participated in several myself and have invested heavily to do so. When you get to the end of that journey, you will not be the same woman as when you started. And you can celebrate that. You can celebrate that. The women who go through my masterminds, they're more confident. They have stronger boundaries. They make moves. They literally, like I've had many move, like move. And it wasn't something they were planning to do when we first got started. It was like, it became very clear what they were meant to do and they made the move. Okay. Relationships have strengthened. They have increased prices. They've quit jobs. They have launched programs. They have written books. I mean, the list goes on. And the reason why I lead Mastermind in my business, it's really like I have two core offerings. One is my mastermind and the other is my coaching school. And I have many people in my world who do both. I have a lot of students in my coaching school who then move into my mastermind. I've had others who've gone through my mastermind and then they go through my coaching school. Like it just depends on the person, depends on your journey, depends on kind of what you're looking for and what you're ready to commit to. I will say too, in this round of my mastermind, I have, our highest level includes private access to me, private coaching to me for those who are, a certain level, like they've gotten their business to a certain point. They have a good amount of experience and knowledge about their offers and what's working. And so my job is to help them like double down even further to get exponentially larger results. And, that's my hope for you. My hope for you is that you realize that you're worth investing in, that you being, having feelings around that doesn't mean that you shouldn't move forward. Accountability is a beautiful thing. I want to read, this is actually a great book that I'm almost finished with. I'm in the final chapter. And this is a great book. It's called Profit First. Big fan. Mike Michalowicz. That's another piece of my mastermind too, is we give books to our clients. And I custom pick the books each time. And we also give you a really cool planner and action guide, which we're redesigning as we speak. But our people love this. Like, who doesn't love planners? You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you these tips, but I also want to let you know how you can go apply for my mastermind, which is called Glow. We've got the applications open for a little bit longer. And I do fill by application and then conversation. If I feel like you're a fit, you'll hear from me and we will hop on a call. Okay, I hopped on a call with somebody yesterday. She's joined Glow. And I've got a lot more conversations scheduled, and I am just so excited because we're going to start November 1st, and it's going to be an extraordinary crew. I know it. And the thing is, anytime you offer something, just a little side note, you have got to be so confident that it is going to be an extraordinary, extraordinary thing. You've got to be more confident than anybody else, honestly. Even if you've never created it before, even if you never launched it, you have to just be so excited. Even if you're like, there's that little piece inside you that's like, what if nobody comes to my party? But you can't listen to that voice. You have got to listen to the wise voice that says, go talk to people about this, see how you can help them, go through the no's to get to the yeses, okay? So I model that when people come and work with me, especially in this offer. You know a lot about me, you know a lot about my business, and I'll always feel that connection to you. I'll always feel like, wow, we had this like beautiful time together. We had this beautiful journey together. So this is again from the book Profit First, about the power of accountability, which is a big piece of a mastermind. You're accountable. You have this group of people who you are sharing your goals with and you're sharing your progress with. And that inspires you to keep going and to keep showing up even when you have things that don't go the way that you think that they will, which is going to happen. Okay, so the benefits of using an accountability buddy, which we offer in our Mastermind Glow, is your stick-to-itiveness skyrockets because someone else depends on you, okay? When you go through a painful process with others, the pain is diminished. All right. So for those of you who are kind of like freaked out about putting out your next offer or doing sales conversations or doing Facebook Lives, whatever, you got other people that you could talk to about it. You're like, actually wasn't so bad. Number 3, the action of enforcing a plan or system with someone else ensures you are more likely to do your part. Okay. So we are going to create a strategic plan. In my mastermind, you've put it out there and you're like, all right, I'm going to take action on this. I'm going to take action. And number 4, when you meet regularly with your crew, You get into a rhythm that makes it easier to stay the course and achieve your goal. Big aspirational goals get broken down into smaller, achievable milestones. All right. So there is absolutely an art and a science to leading a mastermind. That's why I'm so passionate about it. To me, it's one of the greatest uses of me. I feel so honored to have the chance to coach those who step forward into all the masterminds I've led through the years, and certainly those who will step forward into my next cycle of Glow. I will tell you too, the name Glow was inspired by my sister Julie, who passed away when I was a teenager a few years back, when I was trying to figure out the name of this mastermind, because I was calling it, it was like a totally new design. I had been leading them for a few years, and I was like, it's new now. There's a totally new structure that's coming out. I heard this, I'm just gonna be straight with you. I hear my sister's voice, and I heard her say Glow. She whispered it to me, and I started laughing because anybody here watch the wrestling show Glow when you were younger? Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. It was so good. P.S. They did a documentary on that. It's on Netflix. So good. And they did like a whole new mini series that was inspired by the original Glow. You have to watch it. It's so good. So Julie and I were big Glow fans back in the day in the 80s. And she reminded me of that when I was struggling with the name, and I started laughing because I thought about the wrestling show. And then I realized, holy shit, that is the best name for this mastermind. Because if you know me, my whole brand, my motto, my mantra is get gutsy. And so it flowed through me so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, in this case, it's not Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, it's Gutsy Leaders of Wisdom. So that is my mastermind. Those who apply and are accepted and choose in, you all are Gutsy Leaders of Wisdom. You are going to be using your voice on a grander scale. You are going to be speaking out even when you're freaked out. There's a quote, I can't remember who said it at this point, but it's like, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Like, that is the root of Glow. It's not just these big projects you're going to be bringing out to the world. It's that you can stand up for what you believe in a regular everyday conversation. It's that you can say no when the answer is no. It's that you can say yes when the answer is yes. My specialty is bringing together a group of leaders for the intention of transformation, not only for yourself, but for those you are called to serve. Okay. So I hope that gives you some insight in what a mastermind really is. Is it the right move for you? Again, happy to take any questions. If they don't come live now when I'm here on Facebook, you can just type them in the comments, and I can loop back and answer them for you. Again, if you are wanting to check out Glow and you like my energy and what I've built in my business, and you are looking for guidance and an amazing crew to travel with for the next 6 months from, November of this year through April of 2018, go to glowmastermind.com, fill out an application. This is, it's something that you will look back on. Like I just told you about the story of the mastermind I was a part of that I joined in late 2009. You'll be telling stories like this. You will be telling stories like this. You move through Glow, you will be telling this story when you are speaking to your audience, right? When you are doing your Facebook Live or writing your book or having your podcast or speaking in front of a group or leading a retreat or leading a coaching call, this becomes the moment. This becomes the moment. So with that, I thank you for being here. I love being able to connect with you in this way. I thank everyone who's been a part of my programs. And again, we are in a very, very challenging time in the world's history. I know we've had some crazy shit go down in the past that I personally wasn't alive for. And yet here we are. And so my question to you is, what are you here for? What are you here for? If you were to die tomorrow, is what you're doing today truly in alignment with your greatest gifts? Are you serving at the capacity you know that you can? Do you have freedom in the way that your days are designed? Are you truly happy? And what are you willing to do? What decisions are you willing to make to ensure that you are living your truth in the world? You are not making decisions based on fear. And you know that you deserve to be in an environment with ambitious, spiritual women leaders who are here to make a massive, massive impact in this world. That's my hope for you. That is my hope for you. We can do this. And my job is to help us all do it together, because I do believe that we are better together. And I won't stop until my work here is done. That's my promise. Thank you all. Stay connected, and glowmastermind.com. We're going to have the applications open for a bit longer, and then that's it. I will be doing the conversations, and we will take our place in the sacred circle. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. I hope that you will join a mastermind, even if it's not mine. I do hope that you give yourself this experience, because it will be a game changer for you. I love you all. Bye. Have a beautiful day.